What's going on, Shady People? Shadypenguinn to welcome you back to another live Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle today against a shady person, Pan, whose Twitter link is in the description. If you want a chance to be featured in one of these battles, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. My link is down there as well. And that's where I ask for these. Today, we're going to get this out of the way. I'm wearing a tank top. Yes! Some people call it a muscle shirt and they say shady. You don't wear those, you don't have muscles. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't wear a tank top because you don't have muscles. That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. Plus, I plan on getting muscles. I'm going down to the Salty Splatoon, and I'm gonna get some muscles in a couple months, and then I'm gonna wanna wear tank tops, and then people are gonna say, Shady, you're only wearing tank tops because you have muscles, you're a poser. So I need to make this clear that I wear tank tops, muscles or no muscles. That's how you waste 20 seconds of your viewer's life. Today, we're gonna go over the team that we're using. We are just starting out our OU session. We haven't done OU on the channel since we've come back to Wi-Fi, so this will be interesting, and we're not using an OU team exactly. It's mostly UU plus Checkmate. So we got Checkmate, our only OU mon, then we have Bouquet, Broken, I Don't Die, or as I like to call him, It Don't Die, and Lord and Hard Body. So if you missed the team builder, check it out. The link is in the description, or it'll pop up at the end of this video. You can just click that little video and you can go ahead and watch it. Or if you're on mobile, check the description out and see why we have this team that we have. Now we're going up against Pan. I'm nervous. I cook with a frying pan every morning. I make eggs every single morning for the past 4 weeks. Every morning I've had eggs. That's intimidating. I am going to take a picture of Pan's team and let's see how we do. Let's see what we got. We're gonna hold the phone up right here so it looks fantastic. Oh, luckily we're not going up against OU the team. We can have fun with this one. Gastrodon, Ambipom, Metagross, which is terrifying by the way. Sylveon, Electros, and Dragonite. We don't have hazards, and we don't have, well, we do have ice. We have Ice Beam on Lord. Lord's gonna be our sweeper. Now, what stops our sweeper? Gastrodon. So we need to kill Gastrodon. What do we kill Gastrodon with? It Don't Die. We kill it with It Don't Die. I could see clearly now the rain is gone. This is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be, English is a hard language. I'm gonna go ahead and open up with Hard Body because why the heck not? Now, Hard Body is choiced with Trick, so we could have some fun times. And this is a Zelda tank top, by the way, if you don't know what this is. Zelda, my favorite game series. I know, the one name is Zelda. Guys, I love Pokemon too. Oh, there's so many triggers right now. I'm gonna get triggered and it's not gonna help. Oh, I have armpit hair. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ambipom does. Yo, I'm in such rare form today. I don't know what's going on. I can't wait to record 40 videos. I'm hard switching right out into my physical wall. Now, going on into my Tangrowth, obviously a U-turn is possible from this pink palm. Totally possible. Jasmine, ooh, that's a good nickname. I like that. Considering, wow, I like that a lot. Because Abu is a monkey, Jasmine, Aladdin, pink, female. A+, because it's female Ambipom. Knockoff, no! Oh, Face is gonna be so upset. Wow. There goes my Rocky helmet. That's a problem. Well, he's got nothing that's immune to sleep. So why don't we do just that? I think we'll see a U-turn from this Jasmine, but this is my physical wall and it's got Regenerator. Unfortunately, we lost the Rocky helmet turn 1, which is pretty devastating, but we didn't really have a switch in for a knockoff. So, you know what? Hindsight, you could be 20, a double hit. That's pretty ferocious, actually. That is, that pretty much stinks. So this thing is going to go to sleep, which is awesome. Potential switch-ins, Dragonite. I would say Dragonite or Sylveon are potential switch-ins. Either way, we're gonna go for the Leech Seed. I could go for the knockoff, don't get me wrong. But I think the Leech Seed is just slightly better. The Leech Seed is just slightly better. See, It Don't Die is fantastic. It Don't Die just puts in, it does the darn thing, let me tell you that. By the way, guys, I have a Gores token, in case you were wondering. Gores token on my desk. If you don't know what that is, then you don't gotta worry about it. My opponent's gonna withdraw Jasmine, going out into the Dragonite, kind of as expected. We'll get a Leech Seed off here. Nice and green Dragonite. We connect with that seed all over, and that's a good time for us. Because you might think, man, this Dragonite's gonna set up and sweep. What are you gonna do? And I would just say to you, well, you know, we have options, question mark. Very hard question mark. We do have a Bouquet. We do have a bouquet to switch into, and that's what I'm gonna do now. Bouquet can't really take many physical hits. However, if my opponent's feeling feisty and wants to set up a D-dance, Bouquet is here to say no. There's the D-dance. I think I can take an Earthquake, a +1 Earthquake, and I'm guessing that you have Dragonclaw and Outrage. So with the Leech Seed helping us out, a Moonblast should do the trick. I actually do have Wish on this thing, but I'm not going to go for it. I'm just gonna go for the Moonblast here. So my opponent could make a very solid play and switch out into the Metagross, which would be very, very solid. But instead, gonna go for the EQ, which could take me out. I really don't know. +1, we live in dough, and the Moonblast is going to come through clutch and do a solid amount of damage. If not, take it out. That's what I'm talking about. Florges, that's what I'm talking about. So Dragonite, a huge threat on my opponent's team, out of the way. Of course, it did cost us a lot of Bouquet's HP, so we got to find someone that we can go ahead and wish against, which Electros might be that Pokemon. Electros just might be that Pokemon. This is our special wall, so we're going to see Jasmine actually come back out. This is pretty primo, because we can go ahead and wish right here. I'm going to wish right here. Jasmine is fast asleep. That's the first turn of sleep, so it has to stay asleep. Now the question is, do I risk the biscuit? Do I risk the biscuit? Do I hope for that second turn of sleep, or do I just go out into like Broken? Look at my opponent's team. I think Haxorus is a fine switch in. Yep. I'm gonna go into Haxorus here so that if you wake up, I go ahead and get my wish back. It's not worth the risk just sitting here. I know I wanted to wish up Florges' health. I got the leftovers back. Totally cool with that. Broken's gonna come in. We're gonna see if the Ambipom is going to wake up. We're breaking the mold, which is what's perfect for this Electros. Jasmine is going to stay asleep, so we could have stayed in, but you know what? I made the middle ground play, and I'm okay with it. At this point, we can literally Earthquake just about anything. The only thing we don't want to see is the Gastrodon. Jasmine is gonna stay asleep for a third turn. Oh my goodness, Jasmine, you'd think that Aladdin is right next to you. Oh my goodness. Well, EQ is gonna pick up the knockout on Jasmine. And Earthquake just does a number to my opponent's team. Obviously, I can't one-shot the Sylveon, so I'm not gonna stay in. Cotton Candy. Sylveon is going to come out here. Looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. And unfortunately, Checkmate does not switch into a Hyper Voice. Like, I don't switch into a Hyper Voice. So let's go ahead and sack off our Bouquet at this point. I think our Bouquet has been pretty enough throughout the entire match. I think we're okay. We're okay with Bouquet going down. We see it. Whoa. Okay, our leftovers pops first, which is a good sign. Okay, so we are indeed faster. So we can, at the very least, potentially pop this sub with a Moonblast. That's a huge potentially question mark. Oh no, this is not good. If this doesn't break the sub. Yeah. All right, how do we get around this? 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 Do we have anything to get around this? Oh no. Oh no, Cotton Candy. Oh gosh. I can't just sit here and let you set up. Okay, I have some Moonblast again. I don't have it. I don't have it. The Sylveon's just gonna be the end of me. Oh, okay, we got rid of the sub. Okay, Calm Mind again. Okay. Things like, oh, we have Poison Jab. Okay, we have Poison Jab Haxorus. So I'm predicting a substitute here. Unfortunately, our Bisharp is not Focus Sash. It is Life Orb. Otherwise, we could just switch that in, be good. I might switch in Hard Body here. But the only problem with switching in Hard Body is that it's going to get outsped and it probably can't live a Hyper Voice. So we're going to go into Checkmate. Yeah, we're going to go into Checkmate right here. I have to sack off either Haxorus or Checkmate, and honestly, I think that Checkmate is worth less right now. We're gonna see a sub, which makes sense. I'm gonna go for an Iron Head. Can't flinch, but my only hope is that this thing has no defensive investment and that Poison Jab from Haxorus will do the trick. Let's go for the Iron Head. I really wish I was Focus Sash right now. We're clearly gonna break this substitute. She has to calm down and think about what will get you out of this situation. Okay, we reveal the Life Orb. No! No! No. No. Who's coming in? Electros. +2, +2 Electros. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and sack off Bouquet. I mean, if this thing goes for substitute, I'm completely done. I think I just Sucker Punch here. No, if it goes for substitute, I'm completely done if I do that. Oh man. Wow. Okay, are you gonna set up another substitute? I don't think so. I don't think you will. I'm gonna go out into Bouquet. Dat Eel is on the field. It's not Dat Boy, it's Dat Eel. Oh no, this is not good. Flamethrower. Okay, Dat Eel used Flamethrower. So we can actually eat that up very, very nicely. I'm gonna click the Toxic button because I think this thing is Assault Vest. I'm pretty positive this thing is Assault Vest. So we'll put her on a timer right now. Put him on a timer. Dat Eel is a male. Thunderbolt is gonna come through and that's gonna take me out because the +2 Thunderbolt. Only reason why the Flamethrower didn't do the justice is because, well, it just didn't do the justice. Now though, at this point, we can go out into Haxorus. Yeah, we can go out into... Yes, because he's got Bullet Punch, so we can't let our Focus Sash really get popped. She's got Bullet Punch still. Pan has Bullet Punch. Whew, okay, let's see. We're breaking the mold. EQ's obvious, but the EQ is still what I want to do. EQ is still what I want to do. We're gonna EQ, we broke that mold. This Electros is gone. So we don't gotta worry about Dat Eel no more. Dat Eel is dead. Dat Eel is dead. Dead? Okay, I'm done. Sorry. There's no reason to yell, Shady. There's no reason to yell. There's nothing hype happening. Going out into Cotton Candy again. Now, I cannot let this thing set up a substitute no matter what. So I have to just stay in and click Earthquake. Have to do it. I am Choice Banded, so this is going to hurt. And we do have HP investment, so you can go for the Hyper Voice all you want. Watch us take this. Just kidding. It was worth a shot, you know? It was worth a shot. I think it was still the right play. Didn't really want to switch anything into a Hyper Voice, obviously. And now we can go out into our Checkmate, who is pretty much our win con. And we can go for... I would go for Swords Dance. Predicting Gastrodon? That's really greedy. Well, let's play it out. If I go for Swords Dance, go for Hyper Voice, I die. Then I go into Reuniclus and I could just Side Shock, but then that could be bad. Yep, no, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Just Iron Head. Yup, you should have Swords Danced, Shady. You should have Swords Danced. Chemical X is gonna come out on this Iron Head, which is a pretty big problem. Because this is gonna do Diddly Bop. Ooh, it's a crit! It's a crit! All right. So something tells me you're not, like, there's no way you're going for an attack right now with Metagross. I don't know what you'd go for. I don't know if you learn Rock Polish. I feel like you do. I'm just gonna Pursuit you. I know you're not switching out, but I'm just gonna Pursuit. It's my Dark Stab. I don't want to go for Sucker Punch and have this thing actually have Substitute or something. It is a Mega Metagross. So we could just be dying to an Earthquake here. Totally possible. We're gonna see Meteor Mash. That's the best you have for me? You must have Psychic. You must have, what do you have? Ah, well, Pursuit is going to do a good number on you. And at this point, I would think, if I was my opponent, that this Bisharp does not have Sucker Punch. There's no way it has Sucker Punch. So I'm just gonna go for another Meteor Mash, because that was her hope, I guess, was to win with Meteor Mash. And you know what? She would have had her day. She would have had her day with Chemical X if I didn't have Sucker Punch. And then again, Tangrowth doesn't die, and it could just come in and do it. This could just do the darn thing. So Gastrodon has to come in here. Candy the Gastrodon comes in here. And we can pretty much... We have a couple options. I think switching into an Ice Beam would be pretty bad. So I'm just gonna stay in, and I'm just gonna go Sucker Punch. Because it's still damage, regardless. It's still damage. And I don't really need Bisharp anymore, even for the Sylveon. I can take out the Sylveon other ways. I have Sleep Powder, I have Leech Seed. It could be a little bit longer. It won't be a clean Iron Head, but it'll be fine. Can't really switch into Sylveon to my Tangrowth. Can't really stay in either. Hard Body could definitely, I think Hard Body could handle everything right now. I think Choice Specs, well, you know what? If Candy actually clicks for cover and we don't do 50%, there's no way we're not doing 50%. Gastrodon is not that specially bulky. Gastrodon is not that specially bulky that a max special attack Choice Specs. I click Trick. Face, I know you're smiling. I know you're disappointed. I just gave my opponent a Choice Specs Hyper Voice. I just accidentally wanted, why do I have Trick in slot 1? Well, of course I would have Trick in slot 1. That makes sense. It makes sense why I have it. We're gonna get leftovers. And now the question is, I mean, I know I win, but I'm just disappointed by misclicking. Here's the Hyper Voice. Let's see if this knocks me out. I don't think it will. Nah. All right, so Psyshock is going to take this thing out. And look, we get recovery. We get recovery we wouldn't have normally had. Just kidding, because we would have been at full health because we would have Psyshocked instead of tricking on the switch in. So that's a darn shame, but we are gonna walk away with that W, it looks like. It looks like we got a clean W right here. I think so. Methinks. I'm changing my shirt in the next video, that's it. We're gonna go for Psyshock again. Even though it hits on the physical side, it's okay. We're gonna see Candy outspeeds us, goes for the Scald. Are you gonna get the burn? You are not gonna get the burn, and we're gonna get a Psyshock off, which probably won't take you out, because we're not Choice Specs. But something tells me you're not gonna be that guy. Well, okay, in case you do recover, I think I should just save us all the trouble and switch out into Tangrowth. Just in case you recover. You might wanna recover, I don't know. Lord didn't even get to hit the field. Didn't even get to hit the field. I'm only switching out just in case my opponent wants to click recover. There it is. There is the recover, ladies and gents, at home watching from the comfort of your chair, floor, bed. Where are you watching this from? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm rather curious. Let's go for the Giga Drain because we're not wasting time with no Leech Seed or Sleep Powder. Idonti fires off a Giga Drain, and that should be enough to seal our first OU match. Of course, my opponent's team wasn't completely OU, but it did have a Dragonite, Mega Metagross, and Sylveon, and we won it pretty commandingly despite a misclick. So thank you so much for that battle, Pan. I hope you had fun. Not more importantly, but just as importantly, I hope you guys at home enjoyed watching this battle. If you did, don't forget to show some shady love to that thumbs up down below. Your support is ever appreciated. And of course, if you don't want to miss the next two battles, hit subscribe down below. I love you so much, but I'm going to get the hashtag out of here. And have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.